All right, guys, welcome back to Peak Performance Engineering. I'm Brandon, and today we are doing a third video on this bike rack that I'm trying to put onto my 2022 Jeep Wrangler JLU Rubicon 4xe. Who would have thought that it would take 3 friggin' videos to get this thing done, but it did. If we go back to the very first video, I was trying to find one of the cheapest bike racks, a 4-post bike rack that was out there on Amazon being available, and I was trying to stay around that $100 mark. We did hit that, but what we found out was with this bike rack, we needed, it was hitting the spare tire on the Jeep. It wouldn't clear it. So at first we ended up getting just kind of an extension piece, which did extend it out, but the problem was it was still too high where the tire still couldn't, the whole rear door couldn't swing open the way it's intended to, even with this thing all the way down. So I ended up searching around, and one of my favorite companies that I've actually used in the past off Amazon called YITAMOTOR. These guys are like out of Washington, but they make a whole bunch of different parts. They make stuff for Jeeps. They actually make running boards for my wife's Jeep that we're gonna install here soon. I had a tonneau cover from those guys before on my Ram truck. So they make a whole bunch of cool automotive products, and they're usually pretty inexpensive and good quality. So YITA ends up making a drop hitch extension. I'll put the link down below. It's got all the specs. I want to say it's maybe like a 7-inch extension, and then I think this is like a 3 or 5-inch drop. So what this should do for us is allow us to give us just enough clearance here so that our tailgate can still swing open with this bike rack and be able to kind of stay on the Jeep all summer long is my actual goal, right? That I don't have to take it off every single time I go to use the bike. So especially right now, my girls are starting mountain biking classes like once a week for a couple hours. So we're gonna be doing a lot of mountain biking. I do a lot of mountain biking, so I would really like, ideally, to keep this rack on all summer and just be able to take bikes on and off, and then in the meantime still be able to use the tailgate, have it open and function, and be able to go grocery shopping or whatever I need to do. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. All I gotta do is just simply bolt this thing on, pin it on, and then I do have a couple clamps. One clamp that will go up here to kind of hold it in place, keep it from moving, and then another clamp that'll go here where the bike rack goes in, and that should kind of keep this all nice and sturdy. So let me go ahead and do that, and we'll see if it works. All right, guys, so I still have to kind of do the final tightening, but I just wanted to kind of show and make sure this is going to work before I went too far. And it sort of works, but it's not perfect, but let me show you. So this is all kind of bolted on how it's going to be. So in the case we wanted to go grocery shopping or do something like that and actually use the Jeep outside of just transporting a bike, we can see we do not, we can't fully open this thing. It's still not down enough, to be able to fully swing the tailgate. But for me, this is going to be fine. I mean, at least I can still get in here, get groceries, do whatever I got to do, be able to actually make this thing functional. So I'm pretty happy, especially considering I think this YITAMOTOR extension is like 35 bucks or something, maybe. Again, the link's down below with the link to Amazon, but it was pretty inexpensive, and I think the whole bike unit was like $90. So I also did have to buy one additional clamp, which I think was 10 bucks. So I think whatever, all in, were 125, 135 bucks. So I think that's pretty good for the money to have a 4-bike carrier. All right, so let me get you guys in here. So like you can see, we just got one clamp up top here. That's kind of holding all this on, and then another clamp on the bottom. This could just be a pin right here, but it came with a bolt set up. So my other one's super rusty, so I decided just to bolt it in. That way, if I ever want to take this whole thing off, I'll just leave this portion as an assembly and then just remove the pin from the back. So should be pretty good. But yeah, look at plenty of room here between the tire. I don't think it's, you know, too low where it hangs like too low where it's going to be any huge issue. So I think it's going to be perfect. Got the doors off this baby. It's been kind of warm. Today you see me out here in a hoodie. It's probably only like 65 degrees or something, but it's going to get nice out later in the week. So be awesome to keep rocking this thing. All right, so when you want to use the unit, it's as simple as just walking right up to it, pulling off the little, this kind of cotter pin deal, whatever they got. Then you can just swing it up into the position we're going to use it in. Pop it back in, pop this back on, and that's it. So using this type of bike rack is very simple. The only hard part is going to be the first time. Once you kind of get your bikes on, you'll have to tighten down these guys exactly where you want them. I think I've only gotten this one tightened right now for my youngest daughter's bike, and then we'll have to kind of position my other daughter's bike, and then I'm hoping I can fit my bike on as well, the fat tire bike. So hopefully we can get all three bikes on there. But you can see this thing, this portion is super secure now that I've got the extra little, you know, clamps or whatever. So the only kind of movement we got now is just from this part. So, but again, that should be just fine. Now my only other concern now is that we've dropped it down, you know, say 5 inches or whatever. Hopefully the bikes aren't too low. But the good part is it's also a little bit easier, because if you watch the last video, you'll see where this is, you know, 5 inches higher. So I'm sort of having to like push the bikes up a little bit, which is not hard for me. I'm 6 foot, but you know, if you were 5 feet tall, that could be a problem, right? So this is going to make it probably a little bit better, a little bit easier to manage as well. So let me get some bikes in. Well, I can definitely say it's a lot easier to pop this bike on, having it be a lot shorter than it was, that's for sure. But I still need to get in here, tighten these all down. It's a lot easier now that it's a bit warmer too. I think last time it was still a little bit chilly. So this rubber was kind of hard to manipulate, pop over these little pieces, but that seems good. This will be fine. Cool. Way, one another way. All the girls' bikes, man, they're freaking weird. The down tubes. So let's see. Ah, okay. All right, dude. Dunzo. Cool. Now, if we had to add on, say for example, my wife's bike and add the fourth bike, we'd have to do some manipulation here to kind of get them all to fit, but I think they would fit. But now I need to go back and just tighten down some of the little Allen screws for these little holders here. But otherwise, guys, that's it. And it freaking works now, finally. So at least we have a functioning tailgate. Of course, it would be super nice if it would swing all the way out like it's supposed to. But again, you know, I didn't want to spend like 250 bucks. So I think for whatever I spent, the 120, 130, basically half the price. I mean, I could almost buy a second one for my wife's Jeep, right? So I think it's good. So I think for this year, I'll try this out. We'll see how this works. You know, next year, if the girls continue doing mountain biking and we're still doing a lot of cycling and this thing sucks, maybe then it's worth spending some extra money, you know, and sell this setup. But I think for now that's going to work great for us. So I'm going to give it a shot tonight, and we'll see how it goes. I'll give some feedback later on tonight, just to tell you guys how it drove, and you know, just to make sure bikes didn't fly off and hit cars and all that kind of stuff. So far, so good. Going about 50, 60 miles an hour. Just kind of back there, bouncing around a little bit, but all good. No big deal. These girls are ready to do some mountain biking. All right, so we made it to the girls' mountain bike session. Dad actually got to go take the fatty out for a little bit of a rip. Now I'm just waiting for the girls, but the most important part is that all of our bikes made it here, no issues, no problems. This thing is still holding up nice and solid. Super easy to get all the bikes off. Now you just got to put them back on. So far so good. I think it's a pretty good buy, especially for under 150 bucks. We got this thing pretty much fully functioning, exactly what we wanted, and we didn't have to spend 250 bucks. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully this review helps you guys out, and make sure you check the links down below for all the products that I used in my build on this Jeep, including this YITAMOTOR extension drop hitch thingy. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.